Well, hello there. It is Josh here from UKB Marketing. We are a digital marketing agency based down in Bournemouth in England. And really quickly, I'm just going to go through and do a quick review of the Go High Level platform. We have a whitelisted version of that called Smart Lead Flow, which we are an affiliate for, and so we resell on to other businesses as well, so that they can make best use of the Go High Level platform. So we've used previous other platforms for site builders. We've used, Clickfunnels, things like Kajabi. We have clients that use things like Shopify. All of those working totally separately. And the great thing with Go High Level is the fact that you don't need a number of additional peripheral resources in order to get the same level of function that you would need with these other platforms. So let's start off really, really quickly. This is the Go High Level dashboard. So for a lot of our clients, this is the main hub of where they look to see, how many leads they've got coming through of a certain date range, what the total value is of those leads, and where people are in terms of the sales process. So they can quite quickly see, that they've won X number of leads, that they have emailed X number of leads, that they're waiting for replies, etc., or what stage in the sales process people are at. And it's really, really quick and easy to use and just get a good overview. So another one of my favorite things is the fact that it has this sort of task assignment. So if you're anything like me, your to-do list is essentially your daily guide for the day, and it tells you exactly what you need to do throughout it. And with High Level, what you can do is whenever a certain action happens, so maybe someone becomes a lead onto your site, they fill out a form, they book an appointment, etc., you can then assign tasks to individual users. So to myself in this case, I've been very, very productive and have cleared out all of my tasks, which is brilliant. You can also on the dashboard see the Google My Business status of your business if you have a Google My Business page. So the dashboard itself is just a really quick overview of everything that's sort of happening within your business. If I move that across. So on the left-hand side, you have a really, really easy navigation bar, and it's strong headlines, conversations, who you've been chatting with, who's been responding, opportunities. So who are the people, who are your leads, who are yourselves, etc. Workflows, an absolute godsend. It's all of the automations, it's all of your triggers, your actions, etc. And it makes life so much easier. So let's just have a quick look at the workflows. So we have a couple of ones set up here. So right now we are funneling through appointments for us. So let's just look at a really quick example. Let's go through to this one here. So essentially we set up a workflow so that when someone books in an appointment with us, so we've specified the specific calendar, that it then sends 2 internal notifications to each person who's booked on. So it sends it to those specific users, lets them know that an appointment's come through, and prompts them to add it to their calendar if they haven't already done so. There's no need for that to be the case, but if because it automatically adds it to the calendar that it's synced to, but we just want to make sure that nothing absolutely gets missed, and then it just sends through an automation to people, sends them through a confirmation, and then sends them through multiple reminders. Now, this isn't the only use for workflows. If I go to add a new workflow trigger, you can see that there are multiple types. So you can set either CRM, Facebook, or Shopify. So these are some integrations that High Level already has. If we go through to workflows, for example, I can have triggers set based on appointments, a customer's birthday, if a call's come through, things like tags being added and removed, again, appointments, and a bunch of things, email events, forms, pretty much anything you would need directly within the CRM. And in terms of the actions, the things that High Level can actually do, it can send out emails, SMSs, calls, etc. Even Instagram DMs, obviously with that Facebook integration, directly to people. So if someone responds to you on Instagram, it can pull through the messages and automatically send back a response. And then in terms of the CRM, if someone completes a form and you want to tag them having completed that form, or you want to add them to a specific workflow, etc., then you have the really, really easy option to do so here. And that's that add task function that I use a fair bit as well. The amazing thing is it also has a number of conditions to workflows. So you can say, if, let's get that back. Let's see. If a contact country, if there's maybe a specific form that requires them to fill out their country, if their country is, say, United Kingdom, and you wanted a specific workflow to run only to people that come from the United Kingdom, let's see, Great Britain. Ooh. UK, of course, it's been minimized. So if they come from the United Kingdom, if I save that, then it splits out the workflow. So if they come from the United Kingdom and it's yes, fire this off. If it's no, then you can set it to fire off additional tags or not fire anything off at all. And I find this really, really useful in terms of things like updating lead sheets, sending follow-up emails, text messages, but also things like filtering through a different response and notifying different people about different actions. So on some of our systems, we have different people that have to be contacted depending on how a lead responds to a survey that we have. So we need to make sure that the correct person is notified, and that's one of our easiest features that we use it for. Another thing that I sort of wanted to highlight with High Level, which for me is an absolute godsend, is the Conversations tab. So if I go to all, obviously I'll be blurring out some of this. I can see that what emails have been sent or text messages have been sent to a person directly through the system. And you have the option to also send emails and SMS through it. So any emails that are sent through the system will stay on the system. And it just saves you from having to respond to them directly within your mailbox and having conversation histories lost, etc. If you respond directly through the system here, send an email, you know for a fact that any conversations that have been had with this lead have directly come through here. And it makes life so much easier. It honestly does. Now, normally with other services, you would need something like maybe Active Campaign or ClickSend or something along those lines. And those conversations are then stored on those separate platforms. Again, the benefit is I can see the person's entire history. I can see the conversation history. I can see everything they've interacted with on our site. So if I click on the client here, so I can see that, at this date, they visited this specific page, they booked an appointment, and then the contact was created. I can see the full history. Obviously, there are different tabs here, so I can see things like their business name, their address, what country they're in, and then all of the additional fields that we have as well appear in this additional info. So you can set specific custom fields on forms that you want people to fill out, and that information will pull through right along here. And it just makes life really, really simple and really, really easy. Now, obviously, when you are paying for all of these different services, there is a set cost involved with that. And one of the benefits of High Level is that you pay that one set fee. You then have access to a variety of different services, either if you buy it directly through High Level or you buy it through an affiliate like ourselves. For our affiliates, we give them complete access to everything at a set price point. Different affiliates will have different price points depending on the plans that people use. And for some people, that works absolutely fine, just because you maybe have a need for, say, funnels, but you don't have a need for SMS messaging, etc. So it's just really, really simple, easy tool for you to use. And I would avidly recommend you to use Go High Level above other similar platforms, purely for the fact that one, the price point is absolutely amazing comparative to buying numerous different pieces of software. Two, you only have to have one single piece of software for this. Three, it integrates brilliantly with your social media. I know that at the minute they're also working on posting on Twitter. I believe they've already completed work on Facebook. And it pulls leads in like an absolute dream. It's just a great way of planning out the whole customer journey, and I, for one, absolutely love it. If you do have any further questions, or you'd like to look at high level as being a potential option, then please do reach out to us. But yeah, that's been UKB Marketing. I've been Josh. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.